Hi all, I understand that the video I made last night is unavailable. I don't know why. So what I'm going to do is make shorter videos, make about, maybe 15-20 minutes a piece, so that way you can pick which pages you want and make it a little easier for you. So the file you'll need is here. It's in PR 201 to start with. Now all the other documents or picture files that you need, I have uploaded into the files area. So if you click on files and you go to data files here, you can click on the module 2 and then you can click on those pictures and upload them, and it looks like you only need to go up to 6, so 1 through 6 is all you really need. Let's go back over to our lessons area where I was. So let's open this starting document. Looks like I clicked it a few times. And then I recommend, just to make it a little easier on yourself, to get like a bookmark or a dark edge, something to hold your place on these papers, because in this class it's really easy, like several of the numbers, for you to have a part that you're supposed to do in the first of the sentence and a part you're supposed to do in the second half of the sentence, and people miss that second half. So if you have a little piece of paper, something that you can put like a marker to where you do not go on to step 2 until step 1 is completely finished, then your project will go much smoother. Okay, so page 30, number 1, we start Word, open the document, which we did, and then save it. So we're going to have to hit, and when you get this, you need to hit Enable Editing. Okay, go to File, and then we're going to Save As. We're going to choose a place. I'm going to put it in my downloads. You guys can put it anywhere you want to. And then I'm going to name it. Let's see here. PR2-Earthwise Conference Proposal. Now, the reason why I didn't put any spaces in is because yesterday I made one with the spaces, and I just don't want them to get mixed up with each other, but that's okay. We're good. So you should be able to see the name of your document up here at the top. Anytime you save something, that's the one you're working on. Okay, now we want to show the formatting marks. Now the formatting marks are kind of in the way of things. They kind of make things messy looking, and it's really a toggle switch. All it is it shows you where you have hit enter, like that paragraph mark right there means that I have hit enter. And then I also have down here where I've hit tab right there. So sometimes people will space over and sometimes people will hit tab. So instead of having to go and eyeball it and try to figure it out, you just hit the formatting marks and it helps you. It also helps you with page breaks, which we'll have later on, and you'll see the value in it. Okay, so we got that on. Now we're going to go up to number 2 on page 30, and we're going to click the View tab. So in the View tab, you're going to click the Outline button. Now the reason why you do this is because what we're going to do is we're going to try to make some headings, and we're going to try to make all of our headings be different colors and different levels. And so when you're done, what's amazing about this is you can make a table of contents with one click. So I'll show you. I wrote, this is my dissertation for my doctorate, and it's 130 some odd pages long. You can imagine that I did not, when I made my table of contents, did not want to go through here and find all my headings, list them, write the page number, find all my subheadings, list them, write the page number, find all my figures, list them, write the page number. I mean, that was a pain. So all I had to do was hit this outline, and with one keystroke I was able to get to do that. I don't know if you could see that. So that is what you're doing here, is you are making your headings, so later on when you make your, and of course it makes your paper look nice, but later on when you're making your table of contents, it's nice and smooth. Okay, so we've got the View tab open, the outline group. So now we're going to click the word Introduction, and at the top of the page, and we're going to click the Promote Heading 1 button. Now what's interesting, you could also just say Level 1. They call it Heading 1, but it's also Level 1. Now I want to just introduce you to something. In your Home tab, see all these headings? That's actually what they're talking about, these levels right here, Heading 1 and Heading 2. But in the outlining place, instead of you having to go around all over the place and dig for stuff, you can very simply bam, 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 and do it. Okay, so we've got heading 1 in the outline tools groups. That's done. Now we need to click the facilities heading. So I'm going to skim down here until I see it. I'm going to click the level 1, promote to heading 1, excuse me, and then I'm going to click accommodations right below it, and then I'm going to click the promote button, which looks like it's going to hit level 1, but then you're going to want to hit the demote button, which puts it at level 2. So far, what you're seeing right now is actually kind of starting to come into shape. You can see there's a heading, and a subheading. This is kind of like high school outlining for an English paper, kind of like that. It's nice. So now let's go down to number 5, and they want us to go down through here and find all of these heading text. Word of advice in that table, go down the left side and then on the right side. Don't go cross through, you'll be jumping around. But so on number 5 on page 30, it says additional accommodations. So right here, I'm going to click it at level 3, and then catering, dining facilities. Now I want to show you something cool. If you can't find something, you don't want to look for it, you know the word find starts with an F. You can hit Control F and it opens up a navigation pane, which really means find. You're going to find something, and you type in catering, the word you want to find. This is not in your book, this is just something really cool. And it'll highlight every instance of that word, so I don't have to dig for that. I can very simply find it. You can use that same function on all your websites, anywhere, research papers. Say, like for instance, this document, 135 so pages long, and I want to find, in fact I use this, the author of one of my books was named Jenkins, and I spelled his name wrong. Realizing later, instead of having to go through and skim through all the Jenkins, I just hit Control F and it took me to each one. It was really handy, super handy. If you guys haven't used that before, that's something you probably will use out there in that world. So anyway, we're back to number 5. So we got catering and dining facilities. We're going to make that a level 2. And then meeting venues, right here. We're going to make that a level 2 also. Then we have audio-visual equipment. Let's see here, I can't find it, so I'm going to easily, I mean I could if I wanted to mess with it, but audio-visual, there it is. See how smooth? It's really nice. That's a level 3. And let's go to access and travel, level 2. Special events, level 1, and then conclusion, level 1. Okay, so we're done with number 5, and you can kind of see as we go, you can see this outline starting to form, and it's amazing. And again, what's cool is when we go out of outline view, these are going to be on different pages in my I can very easily just make a table of contents. I mean, seriously, I can't wait for you guys to see it. Okay, so number 6, scroll to the top of the document, which we did, click the show level list, and that's right here. Now, a lot of people get these two mixed up. This is the one this over here makes the level. This one is just to view the level, see show. So I want to view up to level 3. So this is the outline of my paper. If I double click on, say, this button, you can open that up. Okay, but I don't want to, because you can imagine that I want to get rid of all the meat and just look at the spinal column, you know, here, the skeleton of the paper. So now let's go to number 7, and next to the meetings venue, it says click. It does not say double click, so just click it once and it will get both of them. If you double click it, it will open up just meetings venues, and well, actually you'll get both of them. You can move it up, but it doesn't matter, evidently. Now I can't see what I just did, so I'll just go ahead and click on that, or all of them. Just hit show level 3 and it closes it up. Okay, so I've got that highlighted like it asked, and then over here it wants me to move it up. Okay, and now next to the special events, I want to double click that. And I guess it just wanted us to see it. Yeah, they didn't want to change anything, just so you could see it. Now, you can see the difference between 1 click and 2 clicks is what I guess what they're trying to get at. So now we're going to click with opening reception, and they're wanting us to press tab. And what's cool is it'll automatically make a level for me. So if you notice when I did that, it put it at a level 2. Then I'm going to click level 2 heading, well, I'm sorry, click activities. Now, we're going to make that, we could make it a level 2, but they're wanting you to see a cool keystroke. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Shift Tab. Now, kind of step out for why. If you hit Shift 4, you will get a $sign, right? So that means that the Shift gives you whatever's at the top of that button. Well, if you hit Shift Tab, it will give you the back tab. So watch what happens. Instead of tabbing forward, it'll tab backwards. And it's a really cool feature that, honestly, I never paid attention to and didn't know it until the last about 5 years. Maybe 6, I don't know. I'm getting old. I don't keep track very well. Anyway, so we've got that done, and it put it at a level 2. You can check it, make sure. So remember, be watching for this one. This one's just what level they want you to show it at. So in order to close those, you could just hit level 3 again, and you can close them. Okay, now we got the show level list arrow, and then we did level 3. That's what we did for number 9. And compare the outline to the picture over in your book, which would be picture 2-3. And it should match. And if it doesn't, then hit back arrow a few times and get, what you want. Okay, now we're going to hit Control. Let me make sure. Click the Close Outline View button. And now notice we are on, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but we are on page 3 of 3 right now, just viewing it. But say instead of scrolling all the way back to the top, number 9 is trying to show you that you can hit Control and Home, and it will take you to the very beginning of your document. And Home button is on your keypad, on your keyboard. And I don't know if you can see it, but it is right here. Let me show you. Right there on your keyboard. So that's how you find your home button. Notice, and if you hit Control, you can get to the very beginning of it. If you want to play with it, I didn't mean to do the F. Hit Control Home, and it will take you to the beginning. You can actually hit Control End, and it'll take you to the end. And then you can play with it like that if you want. It's just buttons that you probably will never use, but you never know in your career when you may need it. And if you get into something that you want to look professional and a notch above the next person, that's why you do it. Okay, so that's the end of page 30 and 31. The next video is page 32 and 33.